Hey guys, and welcome to an all signs general reading, I would say, meaning that we are going from Aries to Pisces and just looking into whatever pops up. Remember that these are general readings, so take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest, never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. And I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've been here, but I've been busy, perdona, but now I'm back. If you like the content, please like the video. I would appreciate your support. Now let's get to it. We are starting with Aries. What do we have showing up for Aries? Show me Aries. Oh, timestamps are below, by the way. Aries. Aries. Nope. Aries. Alright, Aries, what do we have for you? Two of Swords, not really knowing which way to go, or not really having all the answers yet, but that is okay. They may be coming. It's a choice of how to think about things, isn't it? Which perception do you wish to take on a particular situation? Let's see here. What's the challenge? Alright, Aries, this is going to be a little bit interesting. It shows up to me as though you're not really having your heart open here. I don't know if this is an unrequited love situation where you may be in a situation where, unrequited, no, but where maybe the communication is not coming in. You don't really have all the answers yet, but it doesn't necessarily have to be love. It's just that of not really knowing. You know that? Not really knowing, not knowing what to believe. And when we don't quite know what we have to believe in, what we can believe in, things can seem confusing to us. And that is where we have this choice of belief, basically. Because the way that we believe, the way that we decide to think of things, also becomes determined of how we actually then take action. But your heart seems a little bit closed here, right? It's not really opened. And the challenge is that there may be something here that you don't want to see. Maybe some sort of truth. If you can think of this is the Two of Swords, this is the Ace of Swords. What's 2 plus 1? That's 3, right? 3 of Swords. That's not the pleasant. That's a heart with a sword in it if you're new here. But you know, it's the challenge here, and the energy for you is something about seeing things, acknowledging it. And I get here that you may actually be getting the clarity. You will be given it. What we have in the past is a period of no drama, which is good. This is a period about things getting balanced into your life, but maybe you've been in some sort of a bliss for a long time, and now you're about to come out of it. When I talk about bliss, it can refer to, you know, if let's say you had a rude awakening. A rude awakening, we can always sometimes come into this period of bliss where things are actually just calming down, but we gotta move out of it, right? To get some sort of a new start. But if you had a situation where things didn't really go in your favor, and you just don't, maybe you just still have some leftovers from it. Maybe it could be that you're feeling judged in some way, or you may have felt as though you were made a victim of something. That energy may still linger with you, but you know, doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. It's all for you to determine that. I'm just seeing that maybe your heart is not open to receive something here right now. Maybe what is it? Yeah, what is that? Yeah. I feel as though you're changing, so I'm not saying that it's a negative thing. I feel as though you're just changing. If it is an unrequited love situation you do find yourself in, you will get the clarity. You will find yourself a little bit stressed about it. Right? Be mindful of that. Remember to get some sleep here. But things are definitely changing for you. What is unknown to you is the Hierophant. This is, what is that about here? This is about probably finding yourself in some sort of an environment where maybe you're not always fully aligned with each other. Maybe it may sometimes look good on the surface, but do you really connect? Do you really connect at a soul level here? It's not for you to determine that, right? It's just a question here. Do you really connect? If you don't, then it's fine. It's not necessarily saying you have to change everything. It's just being aware of how well you connect, and that you are you, right? That you are you. To not stress out about it. But you know what? In all, it is about this Two of Swords here, right? There's something here that you don't fully see. There's something here about the way that you view the world. Is there something here that you don't want to see? It's up for you to determine that. I get here that you have friends around you. Could be a Capricorn there, but you know you do have people around you that do care. I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with who wants to explore things, but you know, something about always taking the people we have in our lives for granted. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope you got anything from it. It's not a negative energy at all. It's just what I got there. Then for some of you, it could be that you have someone in your life and maybe you want something more to happen, and it's just a friendship. Who knows? You would know. Let's see, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? Taurus. All right, Taurus. What do we have of overall energy here for you? Two of Pentacles. So much about choices, huh? Alright, Two of Pentacles. Maybe work is more important than love these days. Maybe you're just very busy. What goes around comes around. Alright, so you, alright, let's see here. Two of Pentacles, that's the overall challenge by the Five of Pentacles. It's actually okay. This is about something actually growing in your life, especially in terms of your material world. I said before, what goes around comes around. That is the energy that comes with the Two of Pentacles. That's something when things are up and down, up and down, up and down. Life is a continuity, right? And it's not. It's just a very spiritual energy that comes with the Two of Pentacles. It means that you know, the blessings you have today, appreciate it because it can change. It's an understanding that things are changeable. Everything that what we know of, that which is a continuity that we know of, is that everything is changeable. That's basically the energy of the Two of Pentacles. Sorry, got a little philosophical there, but that's the overall energy as the situation that we have. It's the same, but it's always changing. So there's definitely forward movement. You're coming out of a tough situation, definitely, and that's what I got from the growth. I feel as though the strength here for you is actually the fact that things are moving forward. Nothing is stagnant, and that helps you move forward. Even if you've been in a challenging situation before, it seems as though in the past you may have gotten some sort of a communication, something that's very fun. Could be an invitation, something like that. I definitely see some sort of a communication coming in here that sparks, that brings enjoyment here, and that is probably also what is contributing to this forward movement here for you. You are in the Six of Swords energy. That means that you're changing your mind, almost like you're changing your mind. You're moving into a new mindset, or you're definitely interested in leaving any sort of conflict behind, and that is changing a new mindset, right? That's saying, you know what, I am done debating or participating in debates where I cannot win, or where no one wins. It's nothing. It's even that of saying, you know, it's nothing about me winning. It's about just not wasting time debating things that's just waste of time, you know. That's you saying, you know what, I'm moving into calmer waters with your mind. No need to stress. That's basically it. Right, but what we have underneath here is some sort of maybe it's a disconnect, or it's disconnect on us from people that you may have had fun with upon some point in time, but maybe you're just not feeling aligned there, right? Maybe it's like a disharmony. It's temporary, of course, but that's what we have underneath the entire thing. How is that tying up to things goes around, comes around? Well, you know, maybe someone here could have you could have felt that they were taking advantage of you. Your money, your time, your something here, and you're not doing that. That's for sure. When I look under the deck, we have a few in reverses here, right? Judgment. There's something here about not wanting to see things clearly in the light. Some sort of a plan that would benefit from being looked at one more time to make sure that things are actually, it has growth, it has a potential to growth. Maybe it's you being a little critical here, but I do get a little bit drama underneath here. Of course, it could also be just other people that you are involved with that are very highly critical and not really moving anywhere, and lazy even, and brings drama. And what you want is actually just happiness and people coming together and seeing eye to eye. But what we have coming up for you is the Star in reverse. Now, that's what I got here. Skeptical here for you, that you are also, stay open. Stay open. Yeah. This star is stalking me for a month now. Right, so the star here, let's see how was it for you. And it comes with the Hermit. These two together have been stalking me for quite some time. They come together, and it's interesting because the Hermit is carrying a star and the star is there. Right. So I get here that for you, what's coming up for you is it's a matter of you believing, of you staying open, staying in contact with your spirituality, and not running away from daring to explore that which is your path. If that makes sense to you. Things are up and down in life. That's the way it goes. These are temporary energies. It's a matter of you being you Taurus practical here. Things are you're coming out of a hardship here, but try not to carry any sort of lingering sadness with you. Oh, sadness, whatever it is. Sorry, I got the light is annoying me. Hold on. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah. Taurus, whatever is going on here, I feel as though a decision, it's something about a decision being the right thing. It's going to, whatever decision is to be made in the future, it's going to be the right decision. You will have the strength to pull back. Something about this new beginning. I feel as though this is very much related to your material world, gotta be honest. You believe, you having faith, you staying open, you not going into a sort of pessimistic energy. Of course, if it's not you, then it's your environment here that turns into pessimistic energy. How do we deal with our environment going into pessimistic energy? I don't know. Try and shut up, probably. And remember to spend time on other things than listening to people's bullshit. Alright, let's move on to Gemini. Hope you got anything from it, Taurus. Gemini. Gemini. Show me overall energy here for Gemini. Alright, Gemini, this is a very, 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 very curious energy. Very, very, very curious. Alright. It would appear to me as though there's something here that's being dropped on the floor. I don't know if you lost passion for something. Honestly. Seems as though you lost... It's either you lost passion or something here didn't really... Something... Hold on. Something here just, you know, when you have this, something that feels like destined to fall into your lap, to start a new beginning, or something like that. I don't know if it's something here did do that to you, and it dropped to the floor. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe the energies weren't aligned. Let's say like that. The challenge is here. There's something here that would be needed to be looked at, right? Some sort of a decision to be made, but it's a decision that that has to something that's related to something that you know, like making, coming to terms with probably a habit or just something that keeps repeating itself, looking at things clearly and making a firm decision about what needs to be left behind, but doing so in a way where you are present in the decision, so you don't just throw away responsibility, right? That's what I get here as the energy. It's one of taking the time and actually looking at things clearly and coming to terms with whatever decision that's coming to, listening to what is being said in a situation, and looking at things from different perspectives to really dive deep and look at whether or not there's something here that needs to change in order for things to move forward. Now, is it you or someone else? You tell me, but that's basically what I'm diving into here. It's that of being open to learning rather than being judgmental and critical of others. Be it you being experiencing it or you doing it, you tell me. What we have in the recent past is actually an energy of someone being a little bit of a victim, being put up in a situation where they feel like they are a victim and they don't really look at things from a different perspective. I'm saying you could be someone you're dealing with, like environment you're faced with, where they make themselves a victim rather as you know, taking on the perspective of, you know what, all right, shit happens, and it is the way it's supposed to happen, and then we look at it from a different perspective and we learn from it. You know, when shit happens, we can, or like being stuck in a situation where we have no control of the environment, we can either make ourselves a victim or we can adjust. And we can still be annoyed. It's allowed to be annoyed. It's allowed to be pissed. But there's a difference between being annoyed and then being a martyr, right? That's basically the energy that's leading up to all of this. And what we have underneath here is some sort of a disappointment, right? Someone coming in, playing on someone's emotions and turning a D thing into a disappointment. I really can't figure out whether or not this is you or someone you're dealing with, or just the situation you're faced with, because when I look at you, you look happy. You have just you're happy. All right, you tell me whether or not this is you or someone else, but the energy is of there not being any more illusion. It's actually sneaking away from things. I don't know if this is because you are seeing someone here being coming out of the illusion of that comes with breadcrumbing, or what the hell it is. You know, I gotta be honest with you, some of you, I also get that you are not making something a priority and you're getting away with it, but whatever the case, you're happy here, right? Yes, you're happy here. I even get it's because you're happy because something here is not moving forward. Maybe it's because you're saying no to this and you're not bringing it forward with you, and that's something that brings you happiness. Gotta be honest with you, Gemini, when it comes to you, your energies are a little bit all over the place, because I also get that for some of you, you're happy that someone is not moving forward with something else because that gives you a chance. Whatever. What we have coming up for you is the Empress. That's something that has beautiful growth. It's full of love. It's the absolute opposite of everything we have here. I don't know if it's a person you have your eye on and they are saying no to someone, and that gives you an opportunity, and then you get to this person. It could be, right? It's just you are getting the opportunity. Gemini, you are such an interesting character. Right, so things are absolutely going to grow. How they're going to grow, I feel as though it must be luck, because this here is interesting. How are you able to make something grow, but not really making the time for it? I have absolutely no idea how this is going to unfold, because this is crazy. It's like a miracle, to be honest. It's like you have the energies in the past of being to have an opportunity to look at things differently, not making the choice, not really doing it, and yet something here is going to grow. All right. You know what may actually be relevant for you, Gemini, is that you look at the way you invest yourself into things, so that you do so in ways that are balanced, so you don't burn out. Maybe that may be a message for you, right? So things are balanced for you, but whatever is going on here, things are actually going to turn out beautiful for you. And it comes following a disappointment. I don't think I want to read more on this, because I would just probably get more confused. Alright, that's what I have for you. Gemini, we are now moving on to Cancer. Cancer. Alright. Show me overall here for the Cancerians. Chariot, that's you. Alright, this is some major arcanas we have here. How many do we have? 2, 4, 6. 6 cards on the table, and 5 of them are major arcanas. We have the Chariot in the middle of it. That's moving forward. That's being brave. That's, I wanted to say, packing away your emotions. No, it's not. It's daring to move forward, although being a sensitive creature. But you know, the emotions are still present within you, but they are locked up behind a shell, a hard shell, so that you're not so easily affected by whatever you may encounter. Sorry, I'm looking at a plant is a very, very resilient plant I'm looking at right now. Dang it, it has survived a lot of hardships. Yeah, sorry, I was just looking at that, but yeah, this is you moving forward. With ambitions, you know what it is that you want to go. It could also just be literally moving. Your challenge is, however, to have faith. That's an interesting here. Maybe are you locking up in a way, not locking up, but do you have faith? Right? Do you have faith that you will succeed? Is the optimism still there, or is there something here where you sometimes still have a little bit of pessimism? It's just a little bit here. I don't know, it could also be someone you're dealing with your environment here, where the pessimism is there, and that makes it a challenge for you. But then you are definitely just putting on your armor and moving forward like this, right? What we have in the past is the King of King of Wands, the King of Rods. That is, I don't know if this is a person or this is you. You tell me if this is you channeling the energy here. You could have Leo in you, but this is knowing what it is that you want. I feel as though you've been looking at a past energy, or just looking past. You've been looking at something here, learning from the past, because that's also how we grow, right? We look to the future in ways where we reflect upon the past, and we live in the moment, and then we take action in the moment, present moment, by being smarter from what we have learned, but still being in the moment, but still with ambitions for the future. That's what I get here for you, that you make that decision. That's what's bringing you forward, right? It's good. It's absolutely, it's a beautiful energy here for you. You are also very happy here. You are very enlightened about what it is that you want, what brings you happiness, and by connecting to that, that's what brings you the confidence and the strength you need to just go forward, right? Underneath it, we have here the Emperor in the reverse, and we have the Devil coming up. I mean, it could be dealing with a Capricorn, but Aquarius, Aries, Leo, whatever. But what we have here is, I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with. You tell me that, but it is one of being a little bit too stubborn, right? There's something here that's a little bit imbalanced, and that brings a little bit challenging energies here. It's putting oneself first, and that is what we have here as a challenge, as well as putting oneself first, but to the extent where one may not listen to your environment, right? Be it you or someone you're dealing with, but being the one who wants to set the direction and not really listening to others, being narrow-minded in a way, and that can lead to something that may not always be as good. I feel as though it's a self-defense mechanism that's just playing out here. If this is you doing it, you're doing it to protect yourself. But just be mindful if you do it in a way where you then run over other people, because that may not be beneficial for you in the end, right? If this is you. If this is you, I mean, again, it's a strong masculine energy that I'm picking up on here. It's someone here who may not have, there's something here that they haven't let go of fully, which is probably not speaking about their emotions. Whatever this is you or someone you're dealing with, this person, whoever this is. I'm gonna say it's you, right? It's something about not really feeling safe enough to open up about your emotions yet, even though they are there. There's something here that lingers that you haven't fully let go of, you haven't fully healed yet, but you're still moving forward, which is the right way to do it, right? Not being stagnant or anything, but do you still believe? Do you still have faith and optimism that things are going to turn out for the better? Because I do see this movement into something that's a little bit selfish, right? But in other ways, I do see you being very, very career driven, and that's going for you there. And maybe it's because that is the enlightenment you have right now, is that you want to go for your career. But remember the people that matter to you in the process. If this is you, of course, it could be someone you're dealing with. You take the energies as they resonate with you, right? All right, that's Cancer. Let's go to Leo. Leo. All right, let's see. Leo, 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 Leo. Alright, Leo, we are looking here at the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Is your heart open? That's the first thing to ask here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Is your heart open? Do you believe? Do you trust your intuition? Do you connect with your inner knowledge? Or is it, or are you at a moment, are you in an energy here? And this is you, I'm just saying, it's the question here that we have, the center of it, is about probably being aware of what other people think as opposed to really listening to yourself, to your voice here, your heart. Could of course also be a situation where we have a love interest where it's a secret one, right? And it's not really actually required. It's not one of those where we stand up proud and say, this is the one that I love, this is the one that I choose. Well, what we have here, you see, we still have you as someone here who, I don't know if this is you, that you have your emotions like someone or something, but it's something that still needs to grow, right? It's not really being spoken. I don't know, it could be just, you know, still building up. It's still very young, right? We have in the recent past though is some sort of a final decision, something being decided. It was the final decision here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. It feels like a good energy in the past though. It's like you could have invested a lot of yourself done into something that you had to learn. And whatever was decided here in the past, it was the right decision. And I feel as though it's cleared some sort of path here for you. But in some odd way, it's like your heart is not really fully opened yet. And that makes it difficult for you to actually receive something. Yeah, I get as though it's like universe here wants to could actually be a person here, wants to bring some sort of clear understanding to a situation. It could see the challenge here is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, for some of you, I wouldn't be surprised if we're dealing here with a secret love affair and someone here is making it very clear that that is what it is and nothing more. But yeah, if that is the case, please listen to it and don't take it further, because this person would never ever change. But yeah, because what I am seeing here underneath is a person you could be dealing with who will put their needs first. All right, that's what they're going to do. They will put their needs first. Don't care who they may run over along the way. It's an unrequited love situation if this is the case, right? Where are you in this if it's not that? Leo, just, you know, be mindful of feeling at home in energies where you should probably let them go if they are judgmental or if they don't really bring you the stability that you require, right? Leo, I do get this though. You have your there may be something here that you are interested in, but it's going really, really slow. I don't know. Tell me if this is a person who is very judgmental and who puts their needs first. What we have coming on for you is probably a communication that you're not gonna like. It's like could even just be, you know, someone sending a hint over a social media, not really communicating clearly. If this is someone you're dealing with who has a tendency to put their needs first, and if they already indeed did make their decision clear, then let it go. See, that's the weird thing. I feel as though something here, your heart is not open, and you're not really talking about it either. everything here is screaming that he wants to give you clarity. You had clarity in the past, though. You did. You've been going over the same thing again and again and again. The right decision has been made. You see it clearly, but your heart is closed. So it's difficult for you to receive, or not closed. It's difficult for you to receive something else here. But you really do, and I don't know if it's because you have feelings for someone or situation here that's just not beneficial for you, probably. Especially if it has to do with another person who could be a little bit judgmental if pushed. But in this case, if this is your story, then this person would have told you so. They would have told you something. And this person is... yeah, that's just where they are. What else do we have here? Some of you, you're going to get a message about, it's a friendship. That's what I get. There's someone here saying, what we have here is a friendship. I also get someone here spying on a friend. I don't know. You know what, Leo? Your energy is all a little interesting here. Show me more about that ace there. I keep getting the same story about if there's someone here who is sneaky. When you know it, especially if they are someone who could have just gotten out of a situation in their own life and then they don't want to be alone, so they talk with you then, right? But it's more as a friend, and they would then have let you know. I that is what I get. But I don't know, that's what I get today. And see what shows up in another case. Alright, so let's move on to Virgo. Please also feel free to reverse the roles, of course. What do we have for the Virgos here? Virgo. Virgo. Yes. Alright, Virgo. It's like first thing I get here is that, right, first of your energy is the Eight of Swords. That's something that you are in your head about. You know something, Virgo. You know something and you're not saying it. That's the challenge. And either it's because you know it already in your mind, and if it's not in your mind, then you know it in your soul, and you're not saying it. Maybe you're trying to look deep inside yourself to find your voice, to speak it. But let's see what we have underneath here. Virgo. Right. These energies are a little heavy, right? Why do I keep getting this though? There's a disappointment here. There's a disappointment in you. You actually. So it's a sad message that's coming in here for you. and it's leaving you. It's just like you are in your head here, and I don't feel as though you are talking about it. That's what I said. You're not speaking about it. In the past here, there was a situation where something here was lacking. It was not there. You came out of that situation here, because I feel as though some sort of a communication has come here towards you rather quickly, or it is coming towards you, and it's actually going to take you one step further from being in your head to going into being stressed. All right, so this is interesting, Virgo. What on earth is going on here? Show me that past there. Some sort of a tower moment happened in the past, a sudden decision. Whatever it was, it has left you somewhat guarded in a way here. There was a situation here where you were left out. It could have. I keep getting like you were lacking something. It could be money. It could be just something that's solid here. It was lacking, and it has now left you into some sort of a situation where you are actually now thinking more and more about that lack. The thing is, it was not there, right? It was meaning because it is here in the reverse. Meaning it was like I feel like it was. You may have perceived it to be a lack, but it was not a lack, and maybe you're seeing that now. It's almost like we have something here is a misunderstanding. It's making you sad, right? A misunderstanding is some sort of a decision here. You're making a firm decision though to move into the future here, and you're going to be slower, more methodical in the ways that you do things. That's what I see here. But I'm not so fond of the fact that you're going into the Nine of Swords. You're going from an Eight of Swords to the Nine of Swords. That tells me that you're going into some sort of way you're going to you may start overthinking things here, right? Whatever the situation is about. Maybe it's because someone here is not speaking to you and you are wondering. But then comes the communication, and then you're just going to start being stressed about it. It's like a sort of an overthinking here. I keep getting here some sort of a quick communication, very quick communication. Could feel uncomfortable sometimes, but whatever is being spoken, it is the truth. It is the honest truth, even though it can be a little bit, whoa, what the hell is going on here? Someone here has cut away from any sort of toxicity, and they are tired and they have left. But I also get, I don't know if I'm getting a negative situation going on here where someone has some sort of an abandonment issue, and they leave situations quickly. Virgo, I don't know if you are reminiscing about something here in the past, or if you have a past energy that just reminds you, whenever a negative word is said, it brings you into some sort of a disappointment mode. Because I do get disappointment for you. It's an emotional disappointment for you. But what's coming up there is that you're going to be worried about how to, I don't know if this is a contract or if it's a teamwork, but that the passion is not going to be there because someone here is going to push something away. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a sudden decision here in the past that leaves you not wanting to give up, but something here has been lacking. You definitely had a toll on you, and now you are disappointed in something here. Although it's not really clear to you exactly what it is that's missing. That's the thing. It's what's missing here. I'm not quite sure what's missing. But you're making a decision to go about things more methodically. Then a communication comes in, and it's going to leave you more worried about, all right, it's either it's a contract or it's a teamwork about how can we get this going without there being resistance here. Right? That's what I'm getting here. Something is not being given you. You're continuing down the path. You're staying very firm in your decision, moving into a new mindset. You're trying to communicate something, but then you're just like, what? How am I going to? What am I going to say? What am I going to say? That's what I'm getting here. So that's what's going back to the beginning of the reading, is that of finding your voice. You're trying to figure out what it is that you're trying to say. Maybe you don't have the words for it yet, you know. There's something you know, but you don't quite know how to voice it. Because it could be chaotic. And maybe you're not comfortable in chaos. But you know what? You tell me. You tell me when that's about. It was just a suggestion out there. It could be something else. Maybe it doesn't even resonate with you. You tell me. All right, so now we are on to Libra. Oh, sorry. Oh, I got lost there. All right, Libra. Libra. You got a really good shuffling there, Libra. I got lost in a moment. All right, let's see. Overall for Libra. Star in reverse. Alright, Libra, you also have the star in reverse as the, what is here. That's having belief. I'm gonna do a stalk on this one. It's having a belief in something. whatever it is, it's you, whatever it is that you hold close to your heart here, that's important right now. Do you believe in? Do you have faith? Do you have? Are you more filled with optimism than you are with pessimism? The challenge is here of letting go of something. What is it that needs to be let go of? It's almost like boredom. And the thing is, I do actually see you doing it. I don't know, maybe it's because it's the environment that you then are dealing with that has this energy within them that's not really spiritual, so to say. Not really. They're holding on to something that would probably be best if it was let go. You are not wanting to stay in your head anymore. You want to move forward. You want to liberate your mind, basically. No stress. A stress-free life here. In the past, I do see a situation where you could have taken a step back here to ponder about things. And you wanting to make the decision to come out of boredom, to move forward, but somehow it's like right now it's like something here is blocked in your movement forward, because something is probably needing to be looked at, to be let go. So it could be, I don't know if this is you or your environment, you tell me, but it's needing to be let go of, because I do get a sense within you that a pull of wanting to, as I keep saying here, of coming out of stagnancy, and underneath and supporting all of this is the Three of Cups, which is friendships, and it's a beautiful energy. There's people celebrating you there, or you celebrating you with friends here, right? It is a beautiful energy, but then what is this? It's because it's the slow movement forward here. I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with. There's probably like a cry out saying, be patient here and try not to make to turn this energy into a martyrdom of someone here being dominant in the path forward, and that they are not, willing to look at things from a different perspective. I do sense just a sense of a little bit of a hopelessness. No, you take it as it resonates. Hopelessness is just something here has been let go of, but it's not fully been let go of. And it is lingering within you. I mean, it could be that you had something here that brought a lot of happiness into your life, and it has been let go, and the way it could have been let go is still lingering within you. Or it could be that an environment that doesn't really have that faith, that belief that things can, that optimism, right? Belief that things could be in a different way. And then they turn into this, turn it into something negativity, when things, they have to be patient in seeing something grow, but they want to control the path. Maybe that's the energy that you are dealing with, that brings this little bit of, it's like, frustration here. But you do have some people here that actually matter to you. But I also see that you could be 3 women here included in the picture, and then we have one who's very critical, very skeptical, one who believes that they have things in order but they don't, and then we have one who's passionate, who's driven, who has ideas, right? But it could be a party of 3 where there's one who's really, the 4 queens here, someone who's really just driven, and then she is surrounded by other women, one of them who's very, very skeptical, who brings her pain with her everywhere she goes, and one who's just very, very judgmental. And what we then have coming up is someone here who's very, very dramatic here, right? But that's this queen here, I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with, who just believes, and who takes chances, and that would then actually help the situation forward, because she believes. It could be have to do with a contract or teamwork. Right. This is so many women here, right? Right, so what is coming up here is, I keep getting like patience. It will take patience for things to grow. It could happen around, Cancer, Gemini season, something here growing. Something about beach as well. I don't know. Yeah. Gemini Cancer season here seems very prominent. I don't know what this is about, you tell me, but I'm just saying patience here, and having a firm pull onto oneself. Let's go turn on the light here. So But whatever the situation is here, you tell me, because it feels a little bit chaotic. I'm just seeing a lot of women included in this. And there's one woman who really stands out because she's driven and she's passionate. But she has to deal with a lot of negativity. Right? And for you there, balanced. I feel as though this is a conscious decision for you to not get involved in anything here right now, to just have patience and understanding that sometimes there are decisions that can be made over your head. If you stay stagnant for too long, decisions can be made over your head. So I really get as though you're contemplating something here. I also get that in a situation here, you are not. If you're talking about, I feel like you want to talk about your emotions, but if you do, you probably you lash it out because you may be triggered sometimes here, in this. And maybe you are in a teamwork, or you're dealing with someone here who is very much in their emotion. They're very dramatic here, right? Or they very I'm exaggerating here, but they bring this drama with them. Or they take this drama. It's because they are they are too sensitive, almost too sensitive, and you have to be there for them. But I get that you wanna get out of the drama here. It's just stuck in a situation here. I can get if you get frustrated sometimes. And by the way, these women is female energies, but you can still be dealing with men. Men can be very much in their feminine energy if they are bitchy. When they are bitchy and they are high sensitive, it's not a matter of sex here. It's a gender. It's a matter of the negative feminine energy that in this case was. Someone was really driven, and they didn't really take action. They were just, if you want to come to me and have my ideas, well, listen to me, that's fine, otherwise I'm just gonna act. And then there were others who were bitchy and focused upon everyone else but themselves, right? Although they have it within them to create. Alright, so I hope you got anything from that. Let's go on to Scorpio. 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 All right, Scorpio, what do we have? Ten of Swords. All right. Scorpio. Something here has happened. I feel as though a decision here has come very quick. Communication. You were all. It left you in some sort of a stressful situation, but maybe you were already in some sort of a. You were overthinking things, and some sort of a communication has come in, and now it's in the Ten of Swords, which is all right. You know what? Just backstab me. Just backstab me. Fine. I keep getting as though you didn't really have a choice. You were thinking about it. Maybe there's something here that was. There was a point here where you had control of the situation, but suddenly something has happened. It's the end. It's the end, and there is a little bit of a feeling of backstabbed here. And what is the challenge here is that you're not really, I mean, it could be that you're dealing with someone here who has a tendency to play on emotions, right? They play on emotions, and they don't speak the truth. They can come off as all about emotions, all that, but they are untrustworthy, right? But I also get that the challenge is for you to actually be balanced in your emotions in whatever situation is going on here, and to speak about it and be clear about it. Because, I mean, if remember, this is a temporary situation, but if you are feeling a little bit like, whoa, did someone just betray my trust? It can feel a little bit, whoa, right? What we have here is there's something that you're not letting go of, a grudge possibly, but something here has ended, and maybe you're not ready to let it go fully. Your heart is, again, this is also a stalker here. Your heart is not, it's like maybe there was an opportunity for something here to grow and turn into something beautiful, but it didn't. Someone here held a cup for you, and it just turned out to be something it wasn't. It was a lie. Is almost what I'm getting here. It was a lie. They lied to me. They lied. They weren't honest. And my hair looks terrible. No, they weren't honest. It's like you are very... I don't know if this is a person or this is you. Someone who's very balanced. They know what they're doing. They are very, very, very earthy here, right? Could have been a friendship. Someone didn't see eye to eye. Someone just rolled over here. Could also be you. Something within you here. But what we have underneath is actually you're manifesting something on... Oh, shit. You're manifesting something unknown, and I feel as though it could actually be your own sneakiness, that your own survivor skill here. But there's also, be mindful here about people being honest with you. Be mindful about how it is that you manifest something, that you don't manifest people who come into your life and they just take what it is that they want by you doing the same thing. But yeah, that's what we have underneath here that's hidden from you. It could also be that it's hidden from you that someone here is a sneaky bastard. Seriously, they put their own needs first. They are. But I also, as here we have the rising phoenix, rising from the ashes, being you, which is being smart, being streetwise. Putting your own needs first, but I don't know, I keep getting balance here, right? But what is coming up for you is... Right, so we have a situation here where you're gonna start making plans. You're gonna look into the future, take a different approach on something here, right? It's like you're going to be put in a position where you're going to be forced to look at things differently. There's not really any choice. But there's still going to be this lingering pain. Something here has happened that has hurt you. But it's not... I see, you know what I actually get here is that coming up into the future, when you are standing there, looking into the future, figuring out, right, what is next for me? The pain is actually going to come, the sadness. It's not going to be something that's is going to slow you down, but it's going to be here. I feel as though you may decide to bury it down a little bit here, and that is because I feel as though your heart is not really open to wanting to feel it. You may be far more focused upon someone here fucking betrayed me. What about the sadness? What about the emotions here? But look out for people who are sneaky foxes. And but I also keep getting that you are a sneaky fox, because you will then just take it and then bury it down and move on. And that's just be mindful in these cases that you don't end up building like an emotional baggage that you have to deal with at some point here. All right, so we are moving on to Sagittarius. The light has disappeared. Sagittarius. Alright, Saggy, what do we have for Saggy? Three of Wands. This star in the reverse is just showing up everywhere, right? You have Three of Wands. This is, I don't know if something coming into you, no, something here is coming your way, or it's you deciding to go on some sort of a new journey, your explorative energy, you being the explorer that you are. Yes, you already made a decision, you already made the plans. I feel so you already took the step, now you're just waiting for the good things to come towards you. What's your challenge is that you just don't want to be in a stressful situation. You don't want to be in your head anymore. You don't even want to overthink it. You're just waiting for it to come. It's gonna come here. But what we have in the recent past is actually something that's, I don't know if this is something that didn't turn out the way that you expected it to go. And then I see here in your energies is also an unfair decision. An unfair decision that has been made, and I don't know if it's you deciding not to even focus on it. That's what I'm getting. You're not even focusing on it. Even though it could be something that you really wanted. It didn't turn out the way that you expected it. But you're deciding very consciously to not even overstress about it. But the energies are here. What we then have happening is that you may decide to jump into something here. And you're not even going to see any red flags. Why? Because you decided not to close out a chapter. Meaning that you decided not to look at what happened. You decided not to learn, basically, right? So that's the way that we can keep ourselves stuck in a hamster wheel of repeating the same thing again and again and again. Because if shit happens, we're just, all right, fuck it, I'm moving on. I'm not even looking at it. I'm just erasing it, pretending it never happened. And possibly even saying it was the other person's fault. Rather than looking into it and seeing, all right, how did I manage to find myself in it? What did I do in the situation? And even if it was the other person, what can I learn from it? Because I do see something of an unfair decision. It was an unfair trial that has happened here. That's what we have. I almost wanted to say, let's talk about karma. What is karma? Karma is, even if we find ourselves in a situation that's unfair for us, but to always look back and say, all right, what can I learn from it? Even though it was unfair, what can I learn? For instance, like spotting red flags in the environment that you're in, so that you can remove yourself from it in due time without running away from it, right? But yeah, because otherwise we may find ourselves repeating the same mistakes again and again. An unfair trial happens when there's no transparency, right? So because there may be a situation here where something wasn't because it was someone else's fault entirely, there was a shared responsibility, but if there was foul play, if something here happened in ways that were not transparent, then it is an unjust decision. What happened there? I keep getting here like a swift decision here of moving into something more peaceful, more calming, something where something can grow. But it may have happened in a way where, you know, people could have been unkind to each other. Right? Not very spiritual, not very trusting. I feel here there could have been a situation where there was not a lot of trust. You are waiting around for something here to be given to you, to be handed to you in a way. And be mindful here that you don't end up in a situation where we're dealing with breadcrumbs. The challenge is possibly even to do the thing that I would say we shouldn't do, but it's to look inside and think about what actually, how can I expand within me, right? Is there something here that you're not seeing within you? Because we do have this, you know, something here is unfinished. It's not done yet. And that's going to lead into jumping into situations without being able to see the red flag, because something here has not been dealt with. Something here may even get started, but you may get bored by it. It may not feel as though it's the right thing. Why is that? Because it could be, you know, your resilience is it's becoming more, I won't say fragile, but maybe you jump to conclusions. I don't know, you know, take what resonates with you here, right? There's something here about setting up boundaries. They can be too high, they can be too strict at the boundaries, or they can be too, you know, too floaty, to not really there. What is up with this judgment there? I get that there's something here that you're not speaking about, your emotions here. I feel as though you're running away from something from the past. It could be a person here that could be younger than you, that maybe you're not really being truthful to them. Or it's something here that someone you've known for a long time. It's actually very sweet. There's a sweet energy here, but rather than be truthful about what happened, it's easier to run away. It's a little bit of self-deception I'm getting here. Now, you're right, what else can we see of amazing things here? Now, you are probably very, very attractive and all of that. Be mindful of wanting to be the one who controls the situation here, right? I do see a woman here who's very, very attractive, very, very. She glows. She's shown up for other signs as well. It's the same person. She's attractive. She has ideas. She's an innovator. And I'm seeing here someone here who's very reluctant to open up and to embrace this kind of person, because they want to be the one who controls the situation. I don't know, is that a beautiful thing? I see you waiting around here for something, right? You don't want to be in your head about something. But this is a temporary energy, and what I do see coming in for you is actually an adventure that may start quick, but there may be some red flags here. But you know, you jump into it, you do whatever it's right for you, right? Look over any kind of contract and all of that. So now we are going on to Capricorn. Capricorn. All right. Didn't really get that right. All right. So, what do we have overall for the Capricorns? Ace of Cups. Empress. You have the Ace of Cups showing up probably for the first time in the upright, which is a brand new opportunity, a brand new beginning in love, we like to say, but it's something that makes your heart sing. It's an opportunity though. It is an opportunity and it is making you very happy. Now, why is the challenge the Empress in the reverse? Are you tired? It could be that you are tired of having these opportunities to make something grow. Maybe you just don't have the resources within you to nurture that right now. In the recent past, I am seeing some sort of a communication coming in here. It could be an invitation to go out and say, hey, let's enjoy the weekend. Let's do this and that. I don't know. You tell me. But that's just, you know, that's what I'm seeing here. What is that? It's very young, right? It's not really also what you're used to. And I feel as though you may be a little bit worried about whether or not this is something that has that, or something that can live up to the expectation you have, because it is young. It is something like, let's give it a shot. And it does bring this opportunity, right? It's a new opportunity here for love, but it is, as I keep saying here and seeing, it is very young. But you have all the energies on the table here saying, go for it. Take a chance, throw yourself into it. But it is, as I said, very young. You may decide not to prioritize love and to focus far more on your material world coming in here. Although you actually, this could actually lead you into your 10 of Cups, to happiness, to fulfillment, to being surrounded by people who actually, that matter to you here, right? But you know what? You may decide not to prioritize it. I feel as though there's a firm decision here in you to look at the past for what it is, leave it in the past and move forward into the future. You trying to manifest something. I don't know if this is a particular person you're manifesting, or is the energy within you to be far more critical about what comes your way. You are willing to sit there and to be in the unknown of not knowing what is to come your way. You are willing to embrace the unknown, and you're also willing to accept that pain comes with life and to grow from it. You're feeling very successful here in actually breaking away from other people's expectations to you, especially if you may feel as though you keep disappointing them. But you're happy. And you are that Queen of Swords. You are not taking bullshit here, right? You are very, I won't say skeptical, it's more like critical. Skeptical tends to be more like have a negative associated meaning with it, if that makes sense. But you know, it's more like, I don't believe in anything, I'm pessimistic. Whereas critical is the ability to take a step back and to look at things for what they are and be more oriented about facts. You want to make a decision based upon facts as opposed to your emotions. That's the critical stance. It's to be critical is not to be, in the way that I speak of it, is not to be pessimistic. It's not the same. It's not skeptical. It's not that you don't believe. It's just you believe facts more than you believe postulated. I don't even know. People come here with crazy ideas and visions. You want to see the facts. You want to see action behind the words. Right? That's the stand that you're taking here. I wanted to say there's something here about a new beginning, but there's something here from the past that keeps you from really moving forward. I see you talking about forward movement, but emotionally there's something here from your past that still, your heart is still there. And maybe you don't quite feel that you have the strength to try this, to grab this new thing, because emotionally you're somewhere else. Right? You're not going to prioritize love. You're not. You're going to be far more focused upon what it is that you see. You are fact-driven here. And to a certain degree, you would like probably even to control the situation, but I don't know if you had someone here in your life who may believe that they are running, they could run away with something, but things are coming out here into the clear, into the open, and you're going to see what really happened here. But I want to see more about this opportunity that you have. The thing is, this opportunity for love, the way that it comes towards you, is not good enough. It's just not the way that it comes. It comes as though it's it's somewhat, it puts itself first. It's will it put in the work that you need? Will it be far more about passion, forward movement? Is it too impulsive? It's like, it is the way it comes towards you. Is it too impulsive? Does this energy have what it takes to bring you what you need? The thing is, however, that's the weird thing, right? But that's what I'm getting here. And that maybe why you are questioning, do I have what it takes to nurture this? It's like, let's say, let's give you an example of a mother who just had a child. Just like 2 years in, she's done with all the diapering. She just got out of, the first, those years where it's like you are a service animal, basically. Sorry. And then her husband comes, or boyfriend, whatever, says, I want to have a new one. And she's saying, I don't know if I have it within me to do this again. I don't know. Maybe she's been through it multiple times, and she's like, I don't think I can do it. I'm tired. I don't have it. I just don't have it within me to do it again. That's the energy you want here right now. But what is this that makes you so happy? I keep getting that it's your independence. You're happy that you don't have to be tied up to a contract or to a particular way of working with other people, where they don't really put in that methodical skill, that they don't follow a method. Yeah, you're happy, right? You have an opportunity here to go into something that could actually bring a lot of happiness, but you're skeptical. Skeptical. Now you are skeptical here. You may believe you acting very critical here, right? But there's something here that the way that you're looking at it is based upon something from your past. You have an emotional tie. That's what I'm getting here. Even though it looks good and all that, the way that you are showing up is because your emotions are tied up to something else. What is that your emotions are tied up to? There we have it, the star in reverse. Something that didn't grow. And it's difficult for you to move into calmer waters. Your mind keeps returning to this something that you had your hopes invested. You had your hopes invested into it. Your mind keeps returning to it. It meant a lot to you. It kept you stable. You were at a place where you were actually at a stage there where things were stable to you. Things were mature, and this is new, right? So it would be starting all over, and you're a little bit like, can I do that? I just went through it. All right, that's what I have. You're going to have options available to you here. And something is definitely coming towards you. And also probably a person here that you know who puts themselves first is also coming towards you. Make sure that you don't lose the opportunities here for you. Make sure the way that you prioritize your time. Alright, so let's move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Yes. All right, Aquarius, what do we have for you? Happy birthday season for you, to you. What do we have in the center of it all? The Emperor, showing up upright. So you could have Moon in Aquarius. Whatever situation is going on, you're being very sneaky. You are probably trying to get out of something, not like in a negative way, but there's something here you're not saying openly. You may be trying to detach in a way where you don't have to speak of it. You know? I'm not always concerned when I see this show up in an Seven of Swords showing up in Aquarius reading, because it is an Aquarius energy. It's Moon in Aquarius, I believe. It's being a little bit detached though, right? All right. And sneaky and intelligent when it comes to emotions, thinking them over. What we have in the center of it is the Emperor. It's crossed by the Justice in the reverse. So there's something that's going on here that is a little bit unfair, and it could be that you are not being fully honest about something here. Meaning you may not be presenting everything openly. We will see, right? And then we have another Aquarius I was thinking about. This is Venus in Aquarius. This is also a little bit about being, the way we relate to people is by being debative. Yeah, anyway. Anyway, let's move on here. Into the Emperor. This is about taking control of the situation. But the decision is a little bit unfair. Gotta be honest. It is unfair because things are not transparent. Something here is hidden. That is absolutely true, and I get that you may also be the one who's hiding something here. In the recent past, this is the continuity. Again, I keep getting with the Two of Pentacles, also a little bit of a stalker. Continuity, things being up and down, you doing what you need to do in order to just go about life, basically, right? You're making decisions, you're being a multitasker here. And I feel as though it's actually bringing you forward in a very positive way for you. But I keep getting that something here is not transparent. What do we have here for you there? There's something here that you didn't want. Again, this star in the reverse. There's something here that there's a wish fulfillment that didn't happen. Could be attached to an energy that's younger than you, but something that's dear to you, it didn't really happen the way that you expected it to. You are stepping into the situation, you're taking control of it, I get. But you are sad in a way, right? But I also keep getting here that your masculine energy here is taking over, because something here is hitting you a little bit out of a new way of looking at the world. That things needs to take time, it needs to be slow, it needs to be methodical. But yeah, let's see here. I keep getting as though you're working on something here that you're not saying. You're hiding something here, Aquarius. That is, you're hiding something here. You're not being fully honest about something that it is that you're spending a lot of time and building up. I feel as though it has something to do with the fact that you don't want to be judged. You don't want to be ridiculed. You don't want to be triggered on your self-esteem. The weird thing about this is that something here is not going in your favor or someone's favor here, because there's another opportunity that is to happen here, that brings more stability, that has more creativity in it, but for some reason here, what is that? It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing here, because the energy that shows up as unfair is actually the right way to go about it. I keep getting, it's actually not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as it looks. There is a disappointment underneath here, and it came somewhat quickly, and it's like it has brought you back into some sort of, or you or someone here, someone into a particular way of thinking that was actually not beneficial to begin with. It's better to, it is like a gossip energy, where someone should probably just, it would be better to not engage with any sort of negative slander about other people. I feel as though you are resilient in whatever this is going on here. There's an energy here that's not so positive, and I get it being related to people talking shit about other people, right? And maybe you're not wanting to open up about something here because you don't want to participate in that. What's coming up is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I feel as though someone here is betraying someone. That's what's going to be unfair. Someone here is betraying something, and that's what's hidden. I don't know how you're participating in it, but whatever is going to happen here, there's going to be some misunderstandings, and someone here is actually deciding to it's like someone here is deciding to detach from a situation without being honest about why they are doing it. No. It could be you, Aquarius, that you are deciding to walk away without really telling anyone why you're doing it. Because you may actually be working on building up something new, right? And then you may actually leave something before it's done. Maybe you're a witness to something here, and you feel as though, you know what, this is a shit situation. This is not a good environment for me to be in. And you're walking away silently. It's just an you tell me what it's about. Let's move on to Pisces. Pisces. Alright. What do we have in the center of it? What is up with this? Alright. Alright, Pisces, I get here that you are coming into the clarity that you don't want to fit into the box, right? Yeah. I see here that in the past you may have been stressing out almost, or you were just close to it. You know, to have bad sleep over a situation where you I feel as though you stepped in here and you said, you know what, I'm not gonna sacrifice my nights on stressing out on something that why even waste my energy on this situation that I have no full control over it. I can't control everything here. Why stress out about what other people think of me? And it could be within your family here, right? I feel as though you're becoming far more resilient and you're setting up stronger boundaries here. You understanding the strength that you have, and you taking like a step back here to you making sure that you have the space and the time and just the privilege of taking a step back and looking at what you need to bring with you forward and what you need to cut out, right? What will bring abundance to your life? And you're doing it in a way where you are actually, you are probably a little bit untraditional in the way that you're doing it. That is sort of like an epiphany here that is coming to you, a clear understanding of what do you need to cut out here in order to move forward into your life. And what is supporting all of this is because it's about relating to people who matter, being surrounded by souls where you feel an emotional connection to them, as opposed to feeling disharmony, right? The challenge is that you have options. Your challenge is that dreamy energy that you have within you, right? You may be here, you may be cleaning up, looking at what can bring me abundance? What do I need to then let go of? Like if you're cleaning up your room or something like that. Kitchen. But then, you know, you may have this creativity that kicks in and you start seeing possibilities that I could clean this up, I could clean this pot and I could turn it into something beautiful, and you forget the purpose of why you're cleaning up, and that is not to try and envision different paths for it, but to actually just cut it out, you know, saying, yes, it could turn out that way. I mean, maybe I should hand it in to a second-hand store and then someone else can do it while I clean up space around me. But that is your challenge here. It is, you know, making the decision to, I need to be me here in this situation. I need to figure out what brings me abundance. And in doing so, I'm going to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And then I'm going to let go of what doesn't work for me. But in the process of doing so, I may take what doesn't work for me and look at it in a different light and see, okay, maybe that could work for me, but I'm trying to clean up. So that's what we have here for you. And what's coming up is you may take on more burdens than is needed for you, right? Especially if you're trying to clean up, but what you're doing, you're actually complicating it. You are going to reach slowly, you are going to reach the end of it, and things will start to become more, you know, a new opportunities will show themselves to you. But you are still going to carry this with you, right? It's meaning that it's not going to be easy here for you, but you're making the conscious decision to not be backstabbed, to not end up in a situation with the Ten of Swords. Not that you're going to be backstabbed, but to just not build up tower moments here, right? To look things at things in a very, very balanced way, learning from your experiences, and then deciding what matters to you is to be around people where you feel aligned, right? It's the soul level connection here that seems to matter to you. The process in doing it is never fun. Cleaning up, right? It's never fun. But what I wanna repeat myself here. What you're deciding is what matters the most are people, and that your heart is in it, and that you feel aligned with people, and you don't want the stress. No, this is what you're coming from. You're saying no, I'm not tied to a particular mindset. If anyone is to put the sword and say, you know what, this is done, it's me. So Pisces, that's what I have for you, and that's what I have for everyone. I am gonna go do what I need to do now, and we'll see you next time. Take care.